I, I, I hit.
Right,
We're
so
now
we're
live.
live now. We're live now, Dave.
Okay, so what's the link that we should send for everybody else, for the viewers?
It's the same link, correct, Jaime? Jaime, unmute. It's the same link always for the viewers, correct?
It's the same, and now we are live. Now people can see.
Yes.
I
Hello
already
and
checked.
welcome to X Tribe Leadership Call 1229 with your lovely and talented host, Mr. David Feinstein.
So wait a second. Should we send out the new link to everybody?
No, it's the same link. So just go ahead, let's do it. A lot of people are going to be watching it replay since this has been a little bit of confusion.
Okay. Hey everybody, this is David Feinstein. I want to welcome you to tonight's webcast. As you all know, we do this webcast every Tuesday evening at 9 p.m. East Coast and 6 p.m. West Coast time. And I know you're going to find tonight's webcast exciting, inspiring, and informative. So just sit back, take out a notepad, and we're going to get this thing rocking. And for everybody that is viewing the webcast, the chat is now open. We've had a few technical issues, but everything is now working. Now, before we begin, I want to also let you all know that January 8th, 9th, and 10th, we have the USA Fusion launch that's taking place in Orlando, Florida. I think it's really important that you get at least 2 key people pre-enrolled, 2 execs or more who would really be with you in Orlando. And you can imagine what a great head start that would be for you in your new Fusion business. Now, please register by going to the website xtribeonline.com and click Next Event. It'll take you to the registration page where you can register for the event, and you could also make your hotel reservations as well. And we're also very happy to announce that Alberto and Daphne Zerlinger went gold. Congratulations for that amazing rank advance, guys. We now have available in the back office the Fusion product color brochures that is available. Just click the shopping cart in your back office and then click Business Tools. You're going to find the Experience the Effect brochures. They are a package of 25 for just $8. That's only 32 cents each, which is even less than going to Kinko's to make color copies. And this is in English, of course. Now, the products are classified in 4 categories: nutraceuticals for wellness, shaping up for weight management, energy and performance, and anti-aging. It's really great news, folks. Now, before I forget, I want to show something to you in the screen that you're going to see in a second. It's called screen sharing, and I'm going to show you the new brochure. Everybody can see this. This is the new product brochure in English. As you can see, we have the 4 nutraceuticals, 4 categories: nutraceuticals, weight management, athletic performance, and the anti-aging. And of course, it shows all of the products in those categories. It's a great tool to be using, everybody. So please go into your back office and get yourself a copy of it. Really important. Well, I'm really excited to then tell you the next thing that's going to be happening is, it's given me great pleasure to introduce our first speaker, Mr. Randy Gage, who's going to be speaking tonight about the amazing Fusion products. So Randy, over to you.
All right, great. Am I unmuted, I hope? Okay, good.
Yes.
And by the way, that for you guys, if we do this, obviously we do a Spanish version and we do an English version of the Leadership Webcast. So there's some confusion. People think, is the English one just for the United States, or is the Spanish one just for... No, it's for the language. So that brochure that David was just showing you is the brochure for the United States, and that's actually available in English or Spanish, but that's the brochure for the United States with the 4 product categories here. If you're watching this from Chile, Gerardo, or from Lima, or one of the other places, you have a product catalog or a different product brochure with the products for your market. So I just wanted to be clear what Dave was showing. And of course, that event is not just for America. That event is Accelerate Americas, and that's for anybody anywhere in Fusion who's building, who wants to grow. We're going to accelerate their growth and show them how to become a better leader, how to sponsor more people, develop more customers, gain more skills, all of those things. So it's actually kind of the pre-launch for the United States and the acceleration for those other countries. Here's what I want to tell you about the products tonight. About every 2 weeks, I get a frantic email from somebody on the team, and they say, oh my God, I just talked to a prospect and they can't take the Termo T because it has this ingredient in it. Or, wow, I just got a call from a prospect and they're furious because there's maltodextrin in the product. Or, oh my goodness, man, I had this amazing prospect and they can't take the on because it has soy in it. Here's what I want you to understand. We have an amazing product line with a bunch of amazing ingredients, more than 1,500 ingredients, which come from the heart, the lungs of the planet, the Amazonian rainforest, some of the most amazing ingredients on Earth. And not everybody likes every ingredient. Please understand, there are people who are allergic to pineapple, so they can't eat pineapples. There are people who are allergic to bananas, so they can't eat bananas. So you will have some people who say, well, I don't like the malto because of the glycemic index, whereas if they actually talk to Alvaro Zuniga and understand how he uses it, how he puts it in, they probably change their story and understand what a great benefit it is for us to have that. Or, for instance, people who don't like soy. I get that. My sister is saying, you know, she's gluten-free, and, you know, a lot of sensitivities for people with different things. And we have a few products, 2 or 3 products that have soy in them. That's okay. Here's what I want you to know when you're marketing these products. They're 100% natural ingredients. Every single ingredient you see in a Fusion product is natural, meaning it came from nature. It didn't come from a laboratory created. It wasn't created by a machine. It's a natural ingredient. There is no preservatives in any Fusion product. What Fusion has done is created that process through lower levels of heat and evaporation to take the water out of the products, out of the, you know, keep the key active ingredients, keep them active, and then they can be reactivated when you mix them into cold water, or if you have the Veramis tea or the Termo tea or the cappuccino in the hot water like this, you add it and the ingredient is active and you get the nutrient value. There are 5 different patents that Fusion operates under. So patents like that actually mean the protein that you get in the 4 or 5 different products we have with protein actually gets to your digestive tract, that you actually get the nourishment from it, that you actually can assimilate the protein. So just know there's 5 patents active with the Fusion products. They're 100% natural. There's never any GMO products in here. And of course, the sweetener we use is stevia, which is a natural ingredient, probably one of the greatest ingredients Mother Nature has ever created. It's antifungal, it's antibacterial. I've been going to the health food store to buy it for more than 20 years, and I'm so happy to have a product line that has it in it already without any of those nasty, horrible sugar substitutes, without any of those carcinogens, without any of those artificial ingredients you see in so many other products around the world. So no, the product story we've got is we don't need you to change your behavior. We don't have to educate people. We don't have to change their behavior. We don't have to change their lifestyle. We have the best story in the world, which is you're already drinking juices and teas and coffees. You're buying energy drinks or energy shots. Instead of drinking unhealthy versions of them, drink healthy versions of them, which are priced really affordable. So that's the product story we have. So, David, I'll turn it back over to you.
Well, thanks, Randy, for that great overview of these incredible Healthy Fusion products that everyone seems to be loving, which I'm really happy about. I love them as well. Our next speaker is Ann Feinstein. She's going to be doing a training session this evening on approaching people to join your fusion business. Ann, over to you.
I can tell you that it's really exciting to hear such an amazing story about our products, about the company, about Alvaro and the incredible corporate staff, about the vision of where the company is coming. Because I'll tell you honestly, that has a lot to do with the approach that we take when we're talking to people. And I'll tell you why. Because if you think about the activities that we do on a day-to-day basis, and the fact is that today we have an incredible opportunity with all of our guys. Can you hear me? I have Shai up there. Shai?
Yes, Ann, we could hear you.
Yeah, we're hearing you.
Because I'm seeing Shai's picture and I thought you lost me. Okay, so as I was saying, when we're out there and we're about to approach people, we're talking to people, you know, I always say, put your list together. You know, it's the most important thing is to put your list together. And the fact is that we have lists already. I mean, if you think about it, we have lists on our phones. We have lists on our email lists. We have our Skype lists. We have Facebook, Twitter, so many different places. I now have WhatsApp, which I was telling you about last week. So today we have lists, but what we want to do is coordinate those lists and start to culminate them down into the best people that we want to talk to. People with, you know, great influence within their circles. People who have the ability to be resourceful. In other words, there's problem solvers. People who have the ability to look at, you know, financially getting involved in a business. People who are positive, have an upbeat attitude. You know, I always think about the people that I want in my business, and these are some of the attributes that I'm looking for, so that not only are they positive, they're open-minded, they're resourceful, they're people with influence. So as I'm going through my list and I'm honing that list down, now I have somewhere in the neighborhood of 150 to 200 names of people, and I start to then even bring them in closer. Who are my best people to talk to? Now, I'm always adding to this list. You know, I'm out there every day, I'm talking to people, I'm meeting people on Facebook, I'm reconnecting with people, as I mentioned last week. And so the key is, when you're working with your list, is to say, okay, what is the best way to approach them? And what I mean by best way, some of these people are going to be best approached in person. It's just natural, because you're going to see them when you go get your hair cut, you're going to see them when you get your nails done, at your chiropractor's office, when you go to different services that you use, or in your day-to-day activities with the children, the community, your churches, your synagogues. Those are some of the people you're going to see on a day-to-day basis, and you're going to see them in person. You're also going to have, it's natural today, you know, I had this happen 3 times today, where someone was trying to get in contact with me and sent me a text message and says, do you have a minute to chat? Now, wasn't necessary they were responding to my approaching them before, but this is the way people communicate. So, sitting down with your list, some of the people you have on that list, your best prospects, are going to be people that you normally see on a day-to-day basis or a weekly basis in person. Some of them you're just going to naturally text because we're becoming a texting society. Sending a text message, do you have a minute? Will you have a minute in the next half an hour? Do you have 30 seconds? I can give you a quick call. However it works for you. Texting, calling, email, face-to-face. So these are the different ways in which today we're communicating. It's not just one way any longer. And I like what Randy says. Anybody under the age of 30 is probably texting. That's their life. Everything is done by text. So now you come to the realization that, when we're talking to people and we're thinking about each one of those key people in your list, then there's a realization that comes about, whether it's you would love to find something to do and you're talked with them in the past about working and doing something together. Or perhaps it's something about the products. They might have mentioned to you recently, oh, if I could just have more energy, or boy, I wish I could have, lose a couple of pounds, or it's, something that you'll be able to have an opener with when you're speaking with them. Sometimes and for a lot of reasons, it's financial. People are looking for financial opportunities today, and I have to tell you guys that as many people are going to bed worrying about a health problem, okay, many more people are going to bed today worrying about a financial issue. And so we have a solution to both of those. So now it's a matter of identifying in your mind, what it would be that they would be interested in. And then, it might be something about a legacy position. People that I know from network marketing who've had experience in network marketing, many of them have always thought, gee, I only wish that I was approached early on. So by being able to offer them a legacy position as we are launching the United States, many other parts of Latin America are still untouched, believe it or not. Many parts of the United States, and when I say this, I mean it. I've had, and I'm sure you have, several people have said, well, who do you have in, and they name a city or a town in the United States that they live in. And I look at the phone and I say, you're it. You could be the person that plants the flag right in that particular city. You're the person. So don't worry about, how many other people are there. You could be it. You could be the whole state. You could be the whole region. It's just a decision as to what you decide you want to do. So legacy position for people that I know that either have been around network marketing or have been involved. And then, of course, a lot of people want to make a contribution. And I was talking to a dear friend who's joined the business, and what an amazing job he and his wife have done with the whole Staten Island issue that's going on out there. Ross and Tad have done an amazing job of helping people all throughout Staten Island when the Sandy hurricane hit, and they've done an amazing job. Now they have an opportunity to make even a bigger contribution back to that amazing community of people, and that will spread from there because of contribution that people want to make. So guys, I'll tell you, when you're looking at how you're approaching people, I'll tell you, it's really a simple thing because it's like courting. I was talking to Randy earlier today, and I said, I always look at the approach is, am I approaching someone, and we can talk about, the key phrases to talk about it in another training and things that I use as openers and so forth. But what I'm really looking for is like a tennis match. Is it going back and forth? Is the person hungry? Do they have a desire? Are they eager to do something together? Do they want to make a change in their life? I'm listening for that. The second thing that I'm listening for is, are they honorable? Are they people that stand by their word? When you tell them you're going to call them, back at 7 o'clock tonight or tomorrow at 10:30 in the morning, are they going to be there? I mean, those are the characteristics. And the third one I'm looking for is not only are they keeping their word, but are they coachable? When I'm talking with someone, I'm saying, hey, listen, this is how we're approaching this with our fusion business, and We have these webinars on every Tuesday night at 9 o'clock, and we have an event coming up, and we have these great new brochures, and we're rolling this out, and we've got a lot of great people involved with us in this leadership team, and you could be part of this. Are they hitting the ball back? And I say that from my heart to all of you, because sometimes what we're looking for, we have to become. In other words, if we really want to attract people who are honorable, and we want to attract people who are hungry and eager, do we put that across when we're talking? Sometimes I'm talking to someone, I say, hey, how you doing? And you hear this dead sound to their voice, and they may already be in the business. And I'm saying to myself, is this how they answer the phone when they're talking to people? When I answer the phone, I'm telling you, I'm so full of the products. I've got so much energy, and if I feel my energy going down during the day, I know I have something amazing with On and Vita Energy to bring me back up. So guys, are we appearing to be excited about what we're doing? Are we eager? Are we honorable? Are we standing up to what we will promise to be as part of our responsibility to our teams? And of course, are we coachable? So that's all a part of what we're doing here every Tuesday night with all of you. We're going to roll out so many wonderful trainings. We're going to roll out so many interesting people coming here to be part of this. And one of the things that I really put out there for our people as we're enrolling new team members is that you need to be here every Tuesday night, 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock on the West Coast, and be part of this so we can feel your energy and we can turn it around and give it right back to you. So with that, David, I'm going to turn it right back over to you.
Thanks, Ann, for that great training on how to really approach prospects to join your fusion business. So many people are looking for better health, overall wellness, and yes, an opportunity to make additional money. And I think you really helped us with that, Ann. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to now ask Randy Gage to come and do a wrap-up session for this beautiful webcast we've just had. So Randy, over to you, please.
This beautiful webcast, which had to have more technical glitches than I can't even imagine. I'm looking at the link, and it still shows the first one we tried with the 15 minutes. So somehow I'm afraid we haven't even got this one up yet for the team to see, but hopefully we'll get there. Are you showing that, Shai? Are people... You're seeing comments? Because I can't even get the screen with the comments next to the webcast. Are you seeing that now?
It's all good, Randy. We are going
good.
And I'm also getting a lot of text messages that people are on with us and they're excited.
All right, I'm glad to hear. All right, so let's talk about, we always talk about closing out the week because Wednesday is always the end of the pay week at midnight Eastern time, 11:59 Eastern time actually on Wednesday. But this is also the end of the year. And how you end one year is how you begin the next year. And I have to tell you, I have had a secret weapon for 15 years now. And my secret productivity weapon for 15 years has been the week between Hanukkah and Christmas and New Year's. That's usually about a week, depending, when the holidays fall, but like Christmas is always the 25th, New Year's is always January 1st, of course. So that's usually always a week for that one. And you just see there's so many people who close down during that week. So I get a lot less phone calls, I get a lot less emails, there's a lot of people schedule their vacations during that week. And then there's a lot of people that, even though they're at work, they're not really working, if you know what I mean. They're just at their desk or in their cubicle and they're watching cat videos all day long on YouTube. So that's my week to get a bunch of creative work done. And why I love it so much for the network marketing business we're in is the first 2 weeks of January are some of the best recruiting weeks of the year. For the same reason, for people who own gyms, love the first week of, love the new year, because there's so many people who make these New Year's resolutions and say, okay, I'm going to start working out every day, or I'm going to start my diet, or I'm going to start running every day, or I'm going to get in shape. There are literally millions and millions and millions of people who make those same kind of decisions for their finances, for their career, for the commitment to take care of their family, get the money thing out of the way, be able to bring their spouse home from work and have the kind of financial security and future that they envision for their family. So this is a really important couple of weeks for you guys, and I want you to make the most of it, because you have this event coming up January 8th to the 10th, Accelerate Americas. This is a chance to really take off. Think about what David said at the start of the webcast, where if you could, because this is just pre-launch, is all it is. It's the actual pre-launch event. We don't even know the date of the United States launch yet. But if you could get there with an executive from your left side and an executive from your right side, like David was talking about, a couple of key people that could be there with you in that room, learning those skills, seeing those 3 new products, getting that education from Julissa and Luca and Alvaro Zuniga and the other people you see on the webcast here. Paul Devlin, who we haven't been able to get on with some technical glitches tonight. Other leaders who will be up on that stage. I mean, you can just go roaring into 2016. You can make 2016 absolutely be the greatest year that you've ever had. But it's going to start with this week, which means, just like we say every Tuesday night, get into your Soy Fusion site, click on the home page, sign in, look at what is your next rank, what percent are you there. Go down and go to the next one of, okay, what do I need to do? Oh, I need one more executive, or I'm 250 PV away from this rank. So you know what you've got to accomplish in the next 24 hours. And then, of course, you want to look at your key people, your personal leaders. Where are they at? Are they 1 executive away from their next rank? Are they 20 points away from the next rank? Did they get mixed up about the cycles and they forgot and realized, oh wow, they don't have an order this cycle and their 20 PV isn't in there and they're going to miss a check, or they're at a higher rank and they don't have the 60 PV and they're going to miss a check? So look for that stuff and make sure all of your people are covered. And then so close out this week strong. But make the most. You want to be setting up right now. The most important thing is, who could you get to Orlando with you? Who can you get to between now and Saturday to get them locked in a spot, understanding that so many people are going to be making this decision about their financial future and making 2016 the best year they've ever had. So that's going to start with you. There's a lot of people saying, well, you know, everybody's down, shut down for the holidays, so I'm going to pick it up after the 2nd. Whereas if you will take the next 4 or 5 days and be mindful and be proactive, instead of starting on the 2nd, you might have a home meeting scheduled on the 2nd with 11 people in your house that you set up tomorrow or Thursday or Friday, so that you are ready to rock come next Monday, come next Tuesday. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. And look for an update tomorrow. For you guys in English, we're going to send an update tomorrow on the recommended videos of what we're suggesting you could do for people like Isa in Des Moines. She's starting her home meetings. Billy Looper is already doing the home meetings in Orlando. We've had other people say, hey, we want to do home meetings. We don't want to wait till Orlando. We want to be doing home meetings right now. So we've set up some videos, and we're going to get an email out about that tomorrow, how you could have a X-Effect Fiesta in your house. So look for that tomorrow. Make sure you're signed up on the e-zine list at xtribe.com on the update list. So thanks everybody for being on. Let's make this the most amazing year ever in 2016. So David, I'm going to turn it back to you to wrap things up. Thanks.
Well, thanks, Randy, for wrapping things up for us this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you all for joining us and for enjoying this evening with us. We've had a little bit of a technical glitch, but we've gotten past it. This webcast, as you know, is on every Tuesday evening, 9 p.m. East Coast time, 6 p.m. West Coast time. And please, don't forget to go to xtribeonline.com to register for the USA launch, pre-launch of Fusion in Orlando, January 8th to the 10th. And we'll see you here next Tuesday evening. Good night, everyone. See you all soon, and Happy New Year.